Okay, so let's see if we can just do a little critical thinking or give you a little critical thinking exercise with the first assignment that you have. Um, Sort of apply, what we just talked about. So here is one of the syllabus posters, right? And so the first thing I'm going to do is take a look at the image. So I'm not going to look at the text. I'm going to take a look at the image, right? And what you want to do, right? You know, and we all know how to look at an image. We all know how to read. We all know how to analyze, right? But critical thinking is about sort of strategizing how you approach things, right? So you have this. There's a lot of things you could talk about with this image. A lot of sort of ways you could conceptualize it, right? I'm going to start just with sort of, you know, the idea of technology, right? So there's this image is problematizing technology or the technological. Okay, there's a lot of other things you could do with it, right? You could deal with the idea of humanity. You could deal with the idea of economics. You could deal with blah blah blah, a lot of things, right? But technology is a pretty obvious one here that we can work this text with. So, working with the idea of technology, technology is some type of problem, right? So, what is being problematized? How is it being problematized, right? So, then you have to sort of like pick your text, like what part of the text are you going to look at? So it's really involved here, right? Don't try to do the whole text, right? You can see the whole text, look at it, right? What strikes your fancy? What do you think you want to work with? I'm going to go with the eyes, right? Or I'm going to go with the hand, right? But just try to isolate one part of the text and make your problematize your idea there and try to make your argument and make your analysis with one part, right? Instead of trying to do everything all at once, right? So, look at, for example, the hands, analyze the hands, observe them, what's going on here, compare and contrast between the technological and the organic, right? What do you see? What's going on, right? Read the text and then try to analyze it. But the key thing is to narrow down the text, right? And say, I'm going to look at this little part of the text, this hand, the problem of technology, or whatever your problematization is, and I'm going to theorize and analyze in this way. Okay, so this is what we mean by critical thinking with a visual image.